EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and our home team. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Set! Where are they, team? One. Quick! Check! One!
A first down throw for Mariota. Allen's got it complete. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they got themselves a first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Now Gordon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Back. One. Kick the edge. Come. Check nine.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Open man, it's Allen. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
36. One.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mariota now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
On first down, it's Hunter, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Hunter. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Check three. 3. Check 25.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check. Cross. 1. Show it up.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd down.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the second one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Under 10. Kill. 1. Check. Hey. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Hunter. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Allen. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Bobby Wagner in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. Trevor Williams was shot out of a cannon there on the corner blitz.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check 52. Spines. No.
They'll give it to Gordon out of a shotgun. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
No. Check 3.
From the gun, Mariota. Goodwin able to haul And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Get in the weight room. Watch twitch. One. Kill.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Jim. 3. Slam.
Mariota. Got his man. It's Williams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Kill. Tight dog.
They'll run on first down. Gordon. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 4. Check. Lucky. Check safety. One.
Mariota to throw it. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
On first down, it's Grant. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mariota. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? you make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch the safety creep.
To throw is Mariota. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Mariota now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Alert flare, alert flare. Patch it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown.
Touchdown, baby. Keep it rolling.
Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Allen off the play fake. Benjamin's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. Travis Benjamin, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. The Charger drive about to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. On 2nd and 9, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Switch. Check 43.
Here's Mariota. And he's going to go down again. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously with the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Mark 59. Mark 59.
Pass 85. Pass 85.
Kill.
Allen going to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back at the back 7, phenomenal.
And he stopped immediately there. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
The Chargers 16-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Check the hot read. He's coming. We got double up. Switch.
1st down, Mariota. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Chip over here. That's overload. Chip. Switch. One.
Final play of the half here, Mariota. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Tyreek Hill, 77 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Check nine. Watch twist.
Now Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a give, right side. Hunter. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. If they can't come up with something here, they're looking at a quick 3 and out.
Well, guess what? You get the ball in the hands of your best player to his favorite play and try and salvage something out of this drive. Now, of course, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're thinking the exact same thing. So they better provide him some help on this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
59 mark. Check, 59.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Check.
From the gun, it's Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It got his man complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Watch the 61. Matchbox light.
On play action, Allen. That's caught. It's Thomas. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Allen. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Zach Line, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Check 13. Hey, I got him. That's me.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
One. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Mariota now to throw on first down. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Under 10. Under 10. One. Three.
Mariota now from the 50. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Three.
Mariota. And caught by Henry. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Where are they, team? Slam.
Hey, alert 3. Hey, watch that.
One.
Watch the shit. Hey.
They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's just me and you. He's crossing. He's checking crack. Check 52. Sponge. No. Hey, check Mike 47. Blue there. One.
They just get the play off. Now Mariota. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked into the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. This is Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Corey Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Come on, come on, 49's the mic, 49's the mic.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen, he's going to go for a big play downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 20. Yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Kill. Turn up. One. Mike 8. Hey, watch the slant. Like it.
Mariota to throw it this time. Allen's got it complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 yards, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Shift. One. Watch out. Three.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down to the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, exit.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Completes it to Benjamin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, good for his Saints 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. To throw is Allen. He finds McCoy. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Strip that ball. Check 26, check 26.
Hard throw, incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
That's the way. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 50. Hey, 2.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Hunter. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Kentrell Bryce in on the tackle. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control. But still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check 24. Check 24.
Mariota to throw. Now a desperation throw, deep depth, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot. So for the Saints, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.